Hola, bienvenido de vuelta para otro emocionante de edición de Don Tantro de Grandiosa League. Se su afriato Mike U2 con Statman, el comisiano. Estamos felices de transmitir el telemando.
Hold on here. Hold on.
Yeah.
This isn't the Telemundo broadcast.
Okay.
Oh.
This is just the normal one.
Oh well.
Let's start over.
Okay. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
So,
But the mic's still on. I need to hear it. Oh, okay. Hey, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Inside the Big Dynasty League. As always, I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is the Statman, Penny Cunningham, and the Commission.
Yeah.
We want to welcome you back. Week 1 is behind us. We got some extremely interesting things to say. We're going to start off by doing the Week 1 recap, looking at the head-to-head matchups. All right, first up this week.
Was there any NFL news we had to cover?
No.
No, nothing important happened this week.
I don't think so. Just the games.
No players of any meeting had anything important happen.
I think just the games happened this weekend.
Yes.
That's what we're going to focus on.
Okay.
I mean, I think it was a real knockout week. There wasn't really that much news. Anyway.
Pow! Right in the kisser.
Pow! Right in the kisser.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of pow right in the kisser, let's move on to our first match.
That's right. Exactly. So first up, we got Calvin Hu versus Los Pandas Desnudo. That's for the Telemundo people. That's the new panda.
Los Pandas Desnudos.
Anyway, we got Calvin Hu dominating at 138.16 over the 88.86 the new pandas were able to commence. Statman, break this one down for me. What do you think happened?
Los Pandas Desnudos had their worst week of the year in week 1. The only positive here, it can't get any worse. 88 points. Chiefs defense dominated last year, went negative week 1. Quarterback, running backs all under 10. Not a good week.
Yeah, my bench almost outscored my starters. I had 84 points left on my bench.
That is not good.
Well, I mean, the real question is, what is the new Pandas going to do with the Kansas City Chiefs defense, losing 2 starters to hamstring injuries for the year?
Waiver wire, man. You can hit up that waiver wire.
The waiver wire.
Play the matchups.
On the flip side, though, I mean, it's not as if Calvin Hu did not have a good game, and he just won because of your pathetic game.
Calvin Hu absolutely dominated. I mean, Peyton Manning was Peyton Manning. DeMarco Murray stepped up and was the only highlight the Cowboys had. And then A.J. Green
Balled out.
lived up
Calvin
to the
Hu?
Calvin Hu.
Calvin Hu?
Who?
AJ Green?
All right. Next, we had the Wolfgang United versus the San Francisco 69ers. This one was a little bit closer. A bit of a nail-biter. Statman, break it down.
2 teams that I feel like are going to be in a playoff hunt all year long. And this one lived up to the hype. San Francisco 69ers had a lot of season hype. They came in 146 points, beat Wolfgang United, who put up 132.6. Very good week, just not enough to get it done. These 2 teams, I feel like they're gonna be both be very good as the year goes.
Yeah, Wolfgang United probably would have been a lot closer to winning had their defense not scored -7 points.
I've heard that is not what you want your defense
Correct.
to do.
Scoring negative points hinders your scoring ability, is what I've figured out in my years of fantasy football.
Lost by 13, had a 31-point differential on defenses.
All right. Moving on here. FC Acid Kickers versus Victoria's Secret. This one was a little bit closer than I think some people thought on Thursday because they were nervous that FC Acid Kickers didn't set their lineup. But Statman, break down this game.
Victoria's Secret, defending champ, comes in week 1, takes care of business, just like the Seattle Seahawks. Solid all-around performance, even with the rapist at quarterback. Julius Thomas, just doing crazy good things. 35 points from the tight end. Overall, solid week 1.
Should we have any concerns about Jamal Charles? I mean, only 7 points in this first week. Some people had him rated as the number 1 running back going into this season.
It's week 1, man.
All right. He is coming off an injury. Let's hope this isn't something, foreshadowing the future. She does have a history of bad injuries on her team.
She does.
Fantasy
Some would say it's almost a curse.
Okay.
For the FC Acid kickers, Frank Gore didn't have a chance to run the ball. The defense was too busy intercepting Tony Romo.
Oh, Carlos Hyde vultured all of his.
That's true.
Big plays.
All right, I came in like a Monte ball.
I came in like a Monte ball.
Weird, freaky woman. Not your sister. That's Cyrus one.
Yeah.
Versus Wayne Enterprises. Sister versus brother. Brother versus sister. Sibling versus sibling. I've said the same thing 3 different ways now. Statman, break down your game.
There's only one way to say it. In this instance, it is an ass kicking. And overall, Wayne Enterprises, much maligned after the draft, much maligned last week, comes through, dominates. I came in like a Monty Ball. I don't think she was expecting 9 points from Aaron Rodgers. So I think going forward she'll be all right. But overall, dominating performance by Wayne Enterprises.
Oh, yeah. And your boy, Cordero, is it Cordero or Cordero?
Cordero.
Whatever. C. Patterson, man, he came in hardcore and brought you, 21 points?
21 points.
102 of those, 102 rushing yards.
I think he's going to be a top 10 points receiver this year, and I'm counting on him big time.
I would just say you could say also about your defense that anyone who can start a defense that's playing against Tony Romo is probably going to have a good defense that week.
Yes.
Kind of a good rule of thumb.
And Le'Veon Bell, that marijuana bust is not slowing him down at all.
Nope.
Just wait till Josh Gordon comes back.
Josh Gordon
He ain't come back.
He'll be back.
All right. Moving on here. Get Hoffman.
Get off me!
Hoffman versus the Ricky Bobby team.
Come on, man!
Whoa, we're filming it here!
All right, so this one here, this was another good one. This was one of the closer games this week. Statman, what do you got for me about this one here?
Get off me, basically a two-man show here. We got Matt Ryan, 37 points. Calvin Johnson, 35 points. Just, I after watching him Monday night, I really don't know if he's going to score less than 30 in a game this year. He is unbelievable.
That is Calvin who right there.
That's Calvin who.
Johnson.
That's Calvin Johnson. But 18 points from the defense. Get off me. Very good performance from those two. Going to need to pick it up in some other spots. But Eddie Lacy only 7.5. You'd have told me that Eddie Lacy would have 7.5. Des Bryant would have 9.5. I would say loss. He gets the win, though.
Hey, I also want to point out Percy Harvin. Great week 1. 17 points coming out. Looked healthy. You sticking by your stance and he can play 10 games this season?
Absolutely. It's going to be week 8 and I'm going to be getting that $2 bill.
We'll see what happens. Man.
It's week 1.
All right, let's go here. Hernandez Pistol Offense versus the Bench Dogs. This one's not really anything to talk about. Statman, real quick, just say something.
Might be the first time in history that a team starts a quarterback that didn't even play, still gets the win. Unbelievable for Hernandez's Pistol Offense. Cam Newton, normally when we see zeros on here, it's because they didn't catch any passes, something happened, blah, blah, blah. He literally did not play in the game, still gets the win.
I also want to point out, Hernandez Pistol Offense has 2 other quarterbacks sitting on their bench they could have started, who both had great games last week. Russell Wilson with 23 points and Ryan Tannehill with 15 points.
This is why you make fantasy football a priority on Sunday mornings along with church.
Yeah.
Along with church.
Yeah, Timmy.
But
Fantasy football, church.
Fantasy football in church. Use the phone.
heck of a week for Hernandez Pistol Offense. 7 players in double figures, excluding the quarterback, obviously. That if you have 7 players in double figures, venture to say you're going to win over 90% of the time.
And then the bench dogs, honestly, they had a great game. I don't see where they really had any shortcomings, except for the fact they just didn't score enough.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, I was definitely within 5 points of my potential points. So I played the right people.
You only had 2 players who didn't score you double digits.
Yeah.
One was your defense, and the other one was Torrey Smith.
Yeah.
None to say that breakout performance to go over the top, get the win.
It's all good, You got to let the guy who can't even set a proper lineup win one every once in a while,
We ripped him a little bit 2 weeks ago.
Maybe he was crying over it, couldn't quite.
Are you saying you threw that game?
No, I'm not saying I threw the game. I'm just saying.
You're
All
just
right.
saying. Hold on, we got breaking news here.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da-da.
We need a breaking news sound.
I have one. I just don't have the soundboard ready yet.
All right, next
but
week,
I found
baby.
one. I found
All right,
this breaking
continue.
news. It's like bum 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 bum.
What's the breaking news?
Get Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Posted some trade bait here.
Trade
He has
bait.
officially put Joik Bell, Jeremy Hill, Eddie Lacy, and Des Bryant on his trade bait wire.
He's saying week 1 you sucked. Get the hell off my team is apparently what he's saying.
Man.
Anyways, get Hoffman. We might be talking.
Yeah.
Talking.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Eddie Lacy and Des Bryant. I mean, Des Bryant, he was a little hurt. Got Tony Romo at the quarterback. Don't really know what to expect from Des Bryant. Might take a step back this year.
I mean, the problem is Des Bryant has Tony Romo throwing to him, and we all know
That
Tony
really is
Romo
the problem.
throws to the other team.
And the Cowboys seem not willing to give up on
Tony
Romo.
Romo.
Nope.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that was your breaking news. Go check the trade bait
Good
wire. See what's going on.
Let's go through our awards for the week. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, 2014 Awards of the Week. We got to mix them up. We got a few new awards, a few new sponsors. We're very excited about it. First and foremost, this is a callback. This one's staying with us throughout the years. Hershey Milk Dud of the Week going to Doug Martin with a mere 2.6 points. And we gave it to him since Cam Newton didn't score anything.
Who owns Doug Martin?
I don't know.
1 second.
Who does own Doug Martin?
Yeah, we're
It
professionals.
is. I came in like a
Monty
Monty
Ball.
Ball. Oh yeah, they got screwed on Doug Martin. Doug Martin, he's now projected. He was projected to be a top 10 starting running back for fantasy. Now they're saying that he should be out there like in maybe a RB3.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's not lived up. I mean, 2 years ago, he was great. That injury destroyed it. He's never come back, and I don't think he will.
I think just like Jamal Charles, this is a huge overreaction in week 1. They were playing Carolina Panthers, who have a great defense. I don't think you can really overreact. Josh McCown had a bad week. The wide receivers had a bad week. I think they just played a great defense. I think we'll see them bounce back a little bit.
All right.
Anyways, that's the Milk Dud of the Week.
Next up, we got our new sponsor in this year
Excited about
for
this
the
one.
Medulla Oblongata Award, okay? As you all know, this award goes to whoever opens up the biggest can of whoop ass. And when you need a big can of whoop ass, there's only one company you can turn to, and that is Jones Soda. Because after all, they got their new Jones Soda Whip Ass Energy Drink. And I believe it's also a supplement.
Gets me pumped up.
Yeah,
Pumped up
pump
to
it
do
up.
this show.
Whoop ass. Get it.
Yeah.
Can.
Anyway, this week we're throwing it out to the one and only Wayne Enterprises with a 48-point victory over came in like a Monte Ball, and I believe they scored the most points of anyone this week in the league.
That's right.
Haters gonna hate. I'm still gonna do what I do. Score the most points. That's what Wayne Enterprises does. That's our motto. That's what we live by.
I also want to throw a shout out though to Calvin who had a 50-point margin of victory over myself, Los Pandas Desnudos, who was the lowest scoring team on the week.
That's true.
But fell in the mid to high level in terms of overall scoring in the league for the week. So shout out to Calvin but Wayne Enterprises really dominated. Also want to mention Wayne Enterprises' win was over his sister.
Yes.
I feel a little bit bad about
Anytime
that.
you can beat your sister, a real good knockout in an elevator to your sister, is a good time.
Still has kidney stones. I felt a little bad opening the can of whoop ass, but I thought I had to make a statement to the league. I'm sorry.
What can you do?
I'm sorry, Sarah.
What can you do? What can you do?
Anyways.
Next up, we got the All-State Mayhem Award. Now, this one we got a new sponsor for. And as always, this one goes to the team who just is absolutely poo-poor terrible. They stink, they smell, they're streaky, they're just awful. And this week, it's sponsored by Poopery. Because after all, no one wants to smell your stank. And this week, the
Nobody
award,
got time for that.
Yes. The award goes to none other than the commissioner's team, Los Pandas Desnudo. With a mere 88.86 points. Petey, how many points did they leave on their bench?
I left 84 points on my bench.
84 points on the bench. Rough week. Let's move on. We'll move on. Things can't get any worse from there, I don't think.
And we got a new sponsor for our surprise player of the week. No more Trojan EPT. This one is now sponsored by none other than Dave Lapple.
Balls out! Balls out!
Balls out!
Oh, baby! Oh, baby!
Ooh,
He poked him in the
sexy.
face. That's face rape.
Face rape.
Face rape.
Ooh,
Learn to
sexy,
sing your alphabet backwards. C-Y-X something something.
Yes.
Anyway, this week's surprise player of the week is Greg Olson. 22 points. Came in like a Monte ball.
Came in like a Monte ball.
And I believe he did this with his quarterback who's supposed to throw to him being out. Because I noticed that someone started Cam Newton even though he got 0 points.
I thought he was playing because he was starting.
Who?
And then I saw and he wasn't playing. But anyway.
What's his name? Was it Derek Anderson?
Derek Anderson.
Yeah, Carolina.
Who
something.
sucks.
Cam Newton better watch out.
I'm not even sure Derek Anderson has a Wikipedia page.
I didn't even know he's still in the NFL.
Anyways, we also have another new award we're bringing. Well, it's not new, but it's a new sponsor.
Your sponsor.
It is the Dodge Ram Pickup of the Week.
Pickup of the week.
And this usually goes to the team that had the best waiver pickup. In week 1, there were 3 waiver pickups. However, none of them were started. But since it is the first week after our draft, the first actual week of play, we thought we'd give this award this week to the person who had what we thought was probably the best drafted player. And so it's going to Get Off Me!
Get off me!
For their pickup of Matt Ryan, who was the league's top fantasy scorer this week, in week 1.
Things worked out pretty well for Get Off Me getting Matt Ryan. Everybody else had starting quarterbacks except for Wayne Enterprises and Get Off Me. Wayne Enterprises had the right first refusal on Nick Foles. So, obviously, they were going to end up with them, most likely. So, Matt Ryan fell into his lap, and it worked out pretty well.
I know. I dropped him.
I think I'm going to throw out...
Tom Brady did good.
I should have started Andy Dalton. The right hand was
Should have
better
started
than
Andy Dalton. I'm going to throw out a prediction that Matt Ryan has at least 4 30-point games this year. I think he's going to have a really big year. I think this is going to work out well for Get Off Me.
You gonna take him on, Statman or Kamesh? What are you? Who are you?
I agree. Just
Oh.
for some fact that I didn't draft him.
No,
The year I drafted him, he had a horrible season. I agree.
can't really make a bet if we all agree.
Well, I know.
Oh, there we go.
We're
All
moving
right.
on.
Anyway, Cialis Team of the Week. We have none this week because no one can come back from sucking. It's going to be most likely next week. The commissioner, unless he also sucks again next week. So heads up, everybody. Weep, weep, weep. Pay attention.
Excuse me.
This week
What's that?
is the first of 3 doubleheader weeks.
Yes.
Big
That
time. I'm excited for these.
That means by the end of this week, you could be 0-3 if you've not won yet. Or you could be 3-0.
3 or 3.
Or you could be 1-2. Or you could be
A lot
2-1.
of nerves this week.
Those are the combinations. You could be any of them.
This is not a good week to start a quarterback who doesn't play. I'm just throwing it out there.
That is true.
I'm
You
just
want to
throwing
make
it out
sure
there.
that the players you start play this week.
Yeah,
And let me
very
just
important.
Give it a little rundown how the doubleheader weeks work. You'll be playing 2 teams from the other division, so not your own division. You only need to set one lineup, and your one lineup is scored against the rosters of the 2 teams you're playing.
Not combined. Some people
Not
thought it was
combined.
combined. It's
No.
you
It's
versus Team
head-to-head.
A and you versus Team B, and boom.
Yeah, but you only need to set one lineup. Don't be confused with that. But yeah, this is the first doubleheader week of 3. It's doubleheader weeks are week 2, week 3, and week 13.
Very exciting. A lot of action.
All right. So now it's time to get to the matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
Week.
This week, the matchup of the week is going to none other than Wayne Enterprises versus Victoria's Secret. Commissioner, why have we chosen this epic duel?
Well, we have chosen this epic duel because we have the defending league champion versus the team that scored the most in week 1 and who had the most points scored for the league last year. They both are 1-0. And yeah, that's why.
Okay, so that's why I chose him. It's time for the
Sounds like good reasons.
random stat of the week. Statman, give us the random stat of the week.
Random stat of the week. Mind-blowing stat. Last year, that is, from weeks 1 to 17, these were the top 2 scoring teams in the league. Wayne Enterprises outscored Victoria's Secret by .16 points last year for the entire year. That's 4 passing yards. Is all that is. That's crazy that it was that close.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be nuts. 0.16, that close of a game. It's going to be the one to watch for sure.
She took down the trophy, though, so...
That's true.
Points don't matter if you don't win.
All right, so next up, I believe we're going to be heading into looking at the rest of the matchups for the week, getting our picks in. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have the fantasy pool picks and the NFL pool picks competitions going on. So get your picks in before the games start tomorrow. Tomorrow being Thursday, because you're probably, which is today for you, because we're filming this on Wednesday, but you probably won't watch it until Thursday. But Thursday, the day that the football games start, before they start, you need to get your picks in.
Get your picks in. Last week, I checked. Last week, only 3 people turned their picks in. You guys. And get off me.
You didn't turn your picks in?
I didn't turn my pick. I forgot.
Stop it.
I will pick them every week from now on. We'll be good. But last week, you were number 1. You picked 4, correct? 3 for Los Pandas Desnudos and get off me.
All right.
That's it? That's all I had?
It was 3, correct.
For the fantasy or the NFL?
For the fantasy, I didn't look at the NFL.
Oh, okay. Oh, phew.
Just the fantasy, just the league that really matters.
Yes. All right, so we're going to break these games down pretty quick for you. First up, we got Hernandez's Pistol Offense versus Calvin Who. Statman, who do you got?
I'm going with Hernandez's Pistol Offense in this one. I got pretty good faith in Hernandez's Pistol Offense. They're actually going to start a quarterback this week. I feel like Calvin Who has got A.J. Green, got Peyton Manning. Both will have big weeks. But I feel like Hernandez's Pistol Offense is going to be too well-rounded. They're going to get the win.
Commish.
Man, this is a tough one here. But I think Calvin Who is going to pull off a win this week.
I'm going Calvin Who as well. After all, he's my brother, and I love him.
That's a good reason.
Good as reasons any.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Bench Dogs, my team, versus the San Francisco 69ers, which is Ben's team, the guy who's new to the league. I'm Statman.
I'm all in on the San Francisco 69ers, Jay Cutler, Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode, Antonio Brown. I think they continue the roll. They get the win in this matchup. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. You know, you got to be honest. Honesty is the best policy. I was told once by someone who recommended policies to me, and that was one of the ones they recommended.
I hear that's a pretty good one.
Yes, yeah, no, they said it was a good one. Anyway, Commish.
Doggy. Oh, man. This is going to be, I think this is going to be a close matchup. I will say right now that the Bench Dogs are favored 123 to 110.
Yeah.
They let you down last week. I think they're going to let you down again this week. I'm going to have to go 69ers.
I have faith in my guys. I'm going with me because I always go with me even when I know I'm wrong.
Gotta do you.
All right, next up we got the Ricky Bobbitt team versus the FC Acid Kickers. Statman, what do you think?
I'm really not sure which one to go with on this one. I think I gotta show some love to the Ricky Bobby team. I think Andrew Luck, Demaryius Thomas, think it's gonna be too much for FCS Kickers to overcome. I'm going with Ricky Bobby team.
Commissioner?
I think I'm going to have to go Acid Kickers.
All right.
Who's projected to win?
Acid Kickers.
Okay.
It's a 10-point margin.
I think I'm going with Ricky Bobby team, and I'm going with Ricky Bobby team because they had more potential points last week. They're newer to the league, so I think they're going to tweak their team really well to our rules this time, and I think they're going to pull off a win. Next up, we have the matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
We've already discussed this, but we forgot to put in our picks for some reason. I don't know why we did that. Anyway, Statman, matchup of the week. Wayne Enterprises versus Victoria's Secret. Grudge match of doom. Who do you got?
I think I'm going to go. I normally don't like to pick myself, but I kind of like my matchup this week. I like the Eagles against the Colts. I think Peyton Manning showed you could pass on them. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think Nick Foles scored 13 last week. I think he's going to score 25-plus this week. I got to go with myself.
Okay. Commish.
Woo! This game is going to be close. Right now, you're projected, Wayne Enterprises, by 3 points over Victoria's Secret. Let's see. Ben is Big Ben, he's playing Baltimore this weekend.
Yes, the rapist.
Are they at
alleged
Baltimore?
Rapist? I believe they're at Steelers.
At Steelers. Oh, man.
His
Yeah, 'cause they
hometown
match up.
alleging rape place.
And where's Chicago playing?
In the continental United States.
Man. I think I'm going to go Wayne Enterprises.
I'm going with the returning champion, man. She's dominating, man. Her team's kicking butt.
Very solid team.
All right, next we got I Came In Like a Monte Ball versus Wolfgang United. Statman, what do you think?
I really like Wolfgang United's team. I like what they got going on. I'm going with an upset in this one, though. I think Matt Stafford against that Panthers defense, it's going to be a long night or day. They play at 1 p.m. It's not night. I think it's going to be a long day for Matthew Stafford. I think he's still going to put up some points. That's how long it's going to be. He's going to wish he was sleeping by the end of that one. So I like Aaron Rodgers to bounce back. Big week for Aaron Rodgers. I came in like a Monty Ball with a slight upset in this one.
Commish.
Considering they currently still have Doug Martin starting, and I think Greg Olsen was kind of a fluke last week, I'm going to have to say Wolfgang United's going to pull through on this one.
I'll go with Wolfgang United as well. I don't like the running back situation for Monte Ball. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll change.
Wolfgang United is starting Trent Richardson.
Oh, that's
and
true.
you're concerned about I came in like a Monte Ball's
That's
running
true.
backs.
That's true. Anytime Trent Richardson's involved, it should be nerve-wracking. I'll give you that. Because he's just terrible. I already hit the button. So anyway, we're going with that one.
Too late.
Next up, we got Get Off Me
Get off me.
Oh, man.
versus Los Pandas del
Oh,
Mundo.
man.
Former co-workers.
Woo.
They've been to Chicago together. They shared a room, but not a bed.
You don't know that.
Oh, I do. I was there, too. Statman.
Creepy.
What do you think?
I gotta go with Get Off Me. Tom Brady at the Vikings. Vikings defense, I think Mike Zimmer there, they're going to be great this year.
Top scoring defense this week.
I think
last week.
Brady's going to struggle. I don't think Matt Ryan's not going to get a 30-point week this week. He's still going to put up some good numbers, though. I just think that Los Panos Desnudos is going to bounce back. They're going to break 100 points, triple digits this week. Going out on a limb on that one, but I think it's not going to be enough to take down Get Off Me.
Commish?
Yeah,
You take it yourself?
I still have some retooling to do. I'm going to say Get Off Me's going to beat me.
I'm going to get off me too. Oh man,
Kudos
this
to
is
your
nuts.
honesty.
Next we got, this is a big one.
Oh,
I don't think we realized this one was happening. Calvin Who versus the Bench Dogs.
Oh,
Sibling
man.
battle.
Brother versus brother. Sibling versus sibling. And other things. Statman. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Big time matchup. I gotta go Peyton Manning. Going with Calvin Who. I'm sorry.
It cuts me to the core, Statman.
Sorry.
Look, even though Calvin Who currently has the Bengals defense starting her projected to get negative points.
Decent chance.
And a kicker who's projected at 0 points, which I think is wrong. I think the kicker stuff's not right now. Because everybody's kicker's projected to get 0 points. Anyways, but also...
They didn't do projections for kickers.
Also knowing that
They finally learned.
Phillip Rivers lost his center this week.
Big deal. Sarah doesn't do nothing.
I'm going Calvin Who.
I'm going Bench Dogs. You're going down, younger Barry. You're going down. I don't care if you have a baby on the way. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you. And then I'm going to make a crib for your baby. Because you'll be all beaten up. It's going to be a place to stay.
He's going to drink 3 cans of Jones.
I'm going to whoop
Whoop
ass.
Sunday morning.
Next up.
Were you talking to that camera?
I was just talking.
Oh, because I didn't switch the camera.
No, I was talking to that one. But you didn't switch to it.
That's
That's
what
okay.
you now. You want to redo that?
No, let's just move on.
Here, give him the death stare now.
You're going down. You're going down.
Get closer, get closer, get closer. Yeah.
All right, next up, we have the San Francisco 69ers versus the Ricky Bobby team. Stab it.
I believe I picked both of these to win their first game. I can only pick one to win this time, though. I'm riding the San Francisco 69ers. I think they're going to beat the Ricky Bobby team.
You're all about the 69. Or 69ers.
I'll go with 69ers too. I feel like their core is just stronger right now than the Ricky Bobby team.
I find it hard to. I just don't think Ricky Bobby's gonna be able to pull off 2 wins along with the 69ers as well. FC Acid Kickers versus Wayne Enterprises. Statman, do I have to ask who you're going with?
I think I can't believe I'm picking myself to win 2 games in a doubleheader week. I'm doomed to lose both of these games. I'm going to be the All-State Mayhem winner next week. But for right now, I'm riding high. I'm going Wayne Enterprises.
Commish.
Going Wayne Enterprises. You're only projected with a 10-point win, but I think you can pull this off.
Going Wayne Enterprises as well. Next up, we got Victoria's Secret versus I Came In Like a Monte Ball.
I came in like a Monte Ball.
We got ourselves an old-fashioned cat fight.
Remember that one
Was
time?
you putting it out? We put out a match? What the hell was that?
Remember that one time on a flashback? We need one of those moments where I was like, we were driving to Louisville. No, we were driving to, where was Sarah used to live? Out in Indiana.
Jasper, Indiana.
Jasper, Indiana. And we saw that RV that had the big claw mark on it that said 4!
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Anyway, we got ourselves a cat fight. Statman, who do you think's going to win this cat fight? Your sister or my sister-in-law?
I think Victoria's Secret is going to take down one Cunningham this week, and it's not going to be me. I'm going Victoria's Secret to get the win in this
both
one.
Cunninghams this week. That is epic. Commish.
I'm going to go Victoria's Secret as well. As I said before about Monty Ball, or I came in like a Monty Ball. I don't trust Doug Martin, and I think Greg Olson had an inflated week last week. So I'm going Victoria's Secret.
I'm going Victoria's Secret as well. My sister-in-law, you're amazing. Next up, we got Wolfgang United versus Get Off Me.
Get off me!
Get off me!
It was a bit delayed, but thank you for the backup.
Get off me!
This one's going to be epic. We got friend versus friend. Rocky Mountain High versus Ohio. Yeah. Statman, what you got?
I'm going to Ohio in the cross-country battle we got going on here. I think Get Off Me. I think the wide receivers. I think Matt Ryan's going to be too much for Wolfgang United to overcome with Stafford, like I said, against the Panthers. Going to be a rough week. I'm going to Get Off Me.
Commish.
Yeah, I'm going to Get Off Me here as well. I feel that Get Off Me is definitely stronger in the running back front this week. Even though right now I think Eddie Lacy did not practice today and could possibly be out this weekend. I still think Get Off Me's going. Yeah.
I'm going to go Get Off Me too. I just don't think Wolfgang's going to win 2 games this week and go 3-0. Because they won last week, right? Yeah, we just did that.
Wolfgang lost last week.
Well, then I'm still going to Get Off Me for different reasons now. They're personal reasons, so I'm not going to share them. All right, last matchup of this week. We got Los Pandas Desnudo versus Hernandez's Pistol Dolphins.
I'm going with Hernandez's Pistol Offense to win this one. I think Los Pandas Desnudos, like I said, going to have a better week, but Hernandez's Pistol Offense is going to start a quarterback this week, I think.
Yeah, they.
Whoa, you mean they're going to start a quarterback that plays?
The place, yeah.
They did start a quarterback last week.
Technically, they did.
Where'd you find this view at?
This is the one that you showed me last year.
Which one is that?
Go to...
Well, can we continue with the show here? All right, so you're going Hernandez. Who are you going with, sir? You can go with yourself?
Yeah, I'm going with myself with an upset every year. He's only projected to beat him by 10 points. But I think I can eke that out this week.
I'm going Hernandez. All right. So those are the fantasy pool picks.
My picks are saved.
My picks are saved. Please,
my
get them
picks are saved.
We need these in there. Otherwise, we can't have the competition.
Remember, if you want to play with the fantasy pool picks too, when you log in, go to the top menu, the For Owners tab, scroll down to Fantasy Pool Picks, and put yours in.
Select which player you think will win, and then at the bottom hit Save. Couldn't be easier.
There's also an option there for NFL pool picks. so you can play for which NFL teams you think are going to win.
Which is fun, too.
And like I said, if we get enough people to participate, we might have a fun prize.
A prize!
A prize!
I highly recommend you do this week.
All right. Anyway, next week we're going to be breaking down the doubleheader weeks. I think it'll probably be the first week we do an interview. We'll see. It depends on how much time we're looking at. The doubleheader weeks make it long. Trying to keep the episode shorter this year. Anyway, any final thoughts, Statman or Kamish?
Final thoughts. Waivers start tomorrow, 6 p.m. They run, so just make sure if you want anybody, if you don't want anybody, it's fine. If you want somebody, make sure your pick is in by 6 p.m. That's when they run.
Yeah.
Kamish, any final thoughts besides yeah?
Yeah. I got nothing.
Any thoughts you got on the league? Send your tweets.
I want to throw this out there. Hold on. I might be the commissioner. But I promise you all, I do not suck at fantasy football. This league, just for some reason, I'm cursed. I won all 3 of my other leagues this weekend in commanding fashion.
Okay.
Mike knows I beat him in one of the other leagues.
That is true.
So don't count me out.
I have faith that Los Pandas Desnudos will bounce back. Just
Yes.
not this week. But they will rise again.
We'll see. I started last year off 0-4.
We'll see you guys next week.
Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.